Oh, so I bought a fucking cheap ass TV stand from fucking Walmart. The thing, I got it on sale. Really surprised. The thing is built like a brick shithouse. Like, it's so fucking heavy.
That's the nice thing about TV stands now, is they're all they've kind of been figured out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like Monoprice, you can get a TV mount for like an add-on item for 25 cents, and it's like built out of steel.
Yep.
Yeah, those things are great. Well, you know, same thing. I mean, it's not like the old Stouffer shit. Like, it just...
Yeah.
That was just a particle board. At least now there's, like, metal bracing in these things. Because I'm sure people they were tired of being sued because the TVs kept falling over on them.
Yeah. My one came with a fucking little warning label, and it was like, this warning label needs to be facing outwards, and it needs to be in a place where people can see it.
But again, TVs don't weigh as much as they did when they were CRTs.
No.
Yeah, like we bought one for my mother-in-law. It was like a 32-inch, something like that. And I'm like carrying it around the house under my arm, and it doesn't weigh anything. And I was just like, because I was worried, I was like, man, how am I gonna? It doesn't even come with a stand on it. How am I gonna put this thing on the stand by myself? It's just me. She has MS, so she can't lift it. And I was like, oh right, TVs don't fucking weigh anything anymore. Never mind, I got this.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, the one TV that did weigh a significant amount, granted probably because of its size, was that 80-inch flat screen.
Oh,
that thing was hilariously heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
the thing's only like 2 inches thick, too. And I was like, all right, Donnie, it should be no problem. He's like, I'm still kind of sore from hernia. Hey, it's no big deal. We go, oh, fuck.
We don't got this.
No, I fucking can't wait. My TV arrives tomorrow, so like...
Nice. Did you take the day off?
No, please.
Bummer.
Have you seen me talking about my workplace in Discord?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, hello, Soulman.
Hey, Soulman.
Fucking... No, somebody else got fired again. We got somebody else in, and they got fired.
Yeah, I told my wife that. I was like, oh, it looks like Moon's alone again at work. And she goes, yeah, like still? And I was like, no, again.
Yep.
Oh, that reminds me, we got to call Bulgurk out in the show. It's been at least a week.
Marvel
Puzzle
Yeah, I was
Quest.
going to ask you if you guys know what's going on. He just disappeared.
I'll start harassing him through text messages.
All right.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
I don't want to boot him, but the rules are very clear.
I've just realised, though, Bulkirk has got 18 kids, and September just started.
Oh, a little busy.
Yeah, a lot of New Year's babies, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't, like I said, he's got 18 kids. That number just literally, I think it started at 3 and has gone up every year that I've known him.
Yep. Yeah, we keep busting him. Busting his balls about it. He's like, no, it's still 3.
Is it 3?
No.
I thought it was like 4.
It might be 6.
Yeah. We love you, Bulkirk.
All right, let's be serious. It's 9.
Mm-hmm. I know one just graduated. I think it was the eldest just graduated.
The Albus?
Eldest. Eldest. E-L-D-E-S-T. Eldest.
I didn't know he had an Alba.
This isn't watch color moment here.
That totally was. You said Albus.
Fuck you, I said eldest.
There's a new Harry Potter villain.
Eldest the Great.
Albus Scorch.
I like how we all came up with a different last name for the motherfucker.
Oh, it's got to be Bulgurk.
True.
It's the new Defense of the Dark Arts.
Albus Bulgurk.
Albus Bulgurks.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God. What a fucking week, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
One of my employees got in a fucking motorcycle accident.
Oh, Jesus.
That was Tuesday, and my dog on Wednesday, and it's just been a fucking shit show.
I don't know why someone literally just put a question mark in the chat.
Oh, I don't know.
So, man, put 2 question marks if you're okay. Put 1 if you need help.
Well, he already needs help.
3 if you really need help.
I do love how my fucking text shows up like that in the chat, though.
Yeah, I don't. So he sent 2 and 1.
I think, to be honest, I think that's the thing with the YouTube stuff, like coming up like that, is I think it's when you're using a mobile device.
Yeah.
Is why it does that.
What are we talking about?
I don't know.
TVs and bullshit.
I just work here.
Yeah. I'm so excited to finish work tomorrow. Like, if they try and keep me till fucking 7, they can kiss my fucking ass. I've got a fucking TV to come home to.
Kiss my 4K butthole.
No, because I've got nothing to play on 4K.
Kiss my 2K butthole.
If it's got a demo screen on it, I can look at that for a little bit.
Did I play anything else this week?
I should probably write that down too.
You know what? Me too. I've just realised, yeah, this is how great my week's been. That's my notes for today's show.
You should really take this more seriously.
I agree.
Yeah.
You're dragging us down, man.
I should take a page from fucking Nubs' book.
Hello there, Soul Child. This show just started. Well,
What do you mean take a page out of my book?
I need those pages.
Just wing it.
Like a dog, you were hungry.
Yeah, fuck it, dog.
Binding of Isaac, :2-5. Fuck yes. Fuck you, Boston. There you go, Nobs. You can stop bitching at me for giving Boston the easy W's, as you phrased it that one time. I beat
What are
him
you
this
talking
week.
about? I don't know what you're talking about.
When one time, this was fucking like 2 months ago, so I'm not surprised you don't remember it. But we were talking about, I was playing Boston, I was playing Isaac, and you were like, oh, you're still giving Boston those easy W's. I was like, yeah, I haven't taken the week.
I hurt your feelings a little bit.
Really stuck
Oh,
with him.
yes.
God damn.
Yes, because I was giving him the easy W's, but I fucking smashed him this week.
You know what? I didn't kick your cat down the fucking stairs, man.
Yeah, jeez.
No, that's my wife's job.
Hey-o.
Alright, then I didn't steal the jam out of your donut.
That's
Out of your
because-
crumpet or something.
Out of your biscuit.
Are we about to get into another one of those fucking flapjack arguments?
Good God.
I haven't heard about this, and I almost don't know if I want to.
No, he doesn't, like, what did you say? You've never had a waffle?
Well,
Or you don't know what a waffle
I know.
was?
I don't know the difference between a waffle and a pancake over here.
Oh, okay.
See, it's not a big deal because I'm English. Boston
It's
understands.
insane!
It's weird.
I did not know that!
It's weird, but I don't want to burn this house to the ground.
I've been here for a year. I don't have waffles or pancakes for breakfast.
Pancakes
So-
are the flat ones, totally flat, and waffles have the ridges in them.
We could use the Adam Davis description. It's like a pancake, just flat.
Fuck.
Come on, remember that argument when he was trying to describe a cake or a crepe?
I had forgotten about that.
Now, there's something I know. Crepes, because back home in England, we call crepes pancakes.
It's not a fucking pancake.
Call them flat giblets.
It's a crepe. It has its own specific name.
You live closer to France than we do.
Yes, and back home in England, we call crepes pancakes.
Is that a regional thing, though?
Yes.
Like a regional English thing?
Probably yes. I bet you down in London they call them crepes because they're posh southern bastards.
Good God.
Look, I've got a reason to be heated. If you want to know what that reason is, listen to the Binding of Moonpier Boston Reborn on Wednesday, and you will understand.
Yeah.
What, did you guys argue about breakfast food over there, too?
No.
No, we should have.
Dang, spoiler for what I'm talking about. No. Okay. Make note of that. How was Monday night, by the way? Was I there on Monday night? I don't think I
No.
was I?
Word. No, it was
It was a Peggle party, I seem to remember, as I was going to bed.
a peg party. was a big party. We had some good time. We had some good laughs. I came back from 100,000 points on the last ball.
Oh, fuck you. I hate it when people do that in that game.
Oh, it was insane. Like the shot went down to the corner, nicked one on the upslope, went all the way across, dinged the last peg, and dropped into 50K.
Jesus.
And clipped the purple peg in the process. It was a gold bar moment. It was unbelievable.
It's gold, Jerry.
That is like I miss that game so much because of fucking moments like that. Especially fucking, I think you were playing it with Tomsy, who is the king of stealing those kind of moments.
Oh yeah. Man, we played it again on Friday, and man, was I the bridesmaid the whole night.
See if there's any last minute news stories here.
I think Louise was just complaining outside of my door.
Hey. Hey.
Yep. It's pretty much what she does. And this morning she wouldn't fucking leave me alone because little bitch has been eating the other cat's food.
Of course.
So Sherlock, when we first got Louise was skinny and Sherlock was fat. And we put Sherlock on a diet, so he's looking trim and buff now. And because of that, he's more confident with his jumping, he's more active. And Louise has just put on a big paunch. It's just like, we're portioning both of your foods out. How are you this fat? And then it turns out we believe she's been eating Sherlock's food.
Awesome. We believe.
Mm-hmm.
Why does this keep coming up in my fucking playlist? Fucking swing pop songs.
What? Like
right,
swing versions of pop songs?
A swing version of Gangster's Paradise.
Why?
Fucking shoot me. You get your little...
Snap, snap, snap.
Yeah, that was a good song.
Yeah. It's cool, Daddy-O.
I thought about that one poetry slam I went to, and they were doing the clicky things.
Oh, no.
Jesus. That sounds like the hipsterest place ever.
Original hipsters.
No, actually it was not the crowd I was really expecting. I was one of three white people there.
Okay.
I tell you what, that one poem that chick talked about a fucking blowjob really brought the house down.
Knows your audience.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. I'm just gonna fall asleep for a minute.
What else happened?
No, you're not, Boston.
Yeah.
You can't do that while Nobs is in the party. You know that.
I cannot believe I can't find a Mr. Meeseeks head cover for my golf clubs.
That's surprising.
I just
is
want
Mr.
one.
Meeseeks?
There's one.
That guy.
This is Mr. Meeseeks.
I figured that, but what's he from?
Jerry, you just gotta relax.
I bet it's from Rick and Morty.
Yep.
Probably.
It is from Rick and Morty. Which you have access to, and you should have watched it by now.
I should have, but I did finally fucking finish watching Iron Fist and the Defenders show.
Yeah, how'd that go?
Defenders feels like Iron Fist 1.5, but my fucking god is that show great.
Did you like Iron Fist?
Mediocre throughout until the last like 3 episodes, and then it picks up hardcore and gets real interesting.
Nice.
Yeah, that closes good.
I haven't started that yet. I still have to finish Luke Cage. I have like 2
Oh, I
episodes
finished that
left.
as well.
I just have to pull the trigger. I don't care about that show anymore. I just need to finish it.
But that's the funny thing is, I think Luke Cage ended soft.
Yeah.
I think Iron Fist ended fucking great. And the Defenders I thought was actually fantastic throughout, and they do a really good job with the chatter between the 4 of them.
Nice.
I will admit, I think Daredevil and Jessica Jones steal that fucking show.
Yeah.
The 2 characters that want nothing to do with this group.
And Kristen Ritter's so good as Jessica Jones. I just read that season 2 of Jessica Jones just finished filming.
Oh, that's good.
That's exciting.
That means what? Like holiday? Do you think?
No,
It's probably first of the year.
I'm guessing February.
Yeah. I feel like they have something else big that's coming out holiday this year. The Crown
Daredevil.
is coming out.
Oh, Punisher.
No, Crown season 2 is coming out this holiday, if I remember. So I'm so fucking excited for.
No,
Crown. Is that the one with the doctor? The
yeah,
young
Dr.
doctor in it?
Bigface.
Yeah, Dr. Bigface.
Yeah.
As
Have you
Prince
watched it?
Charles. I've seen 2 or 3 episodes of it. Like
It's really
fucking. What is his name? John whatever his face is.
John Lithgow.
As Churchill is a fucking masterful stroke.
He's so good. That show is, I didn't expect to like that at all, and it's really good. Mostly because John Lithgow is good in everything.
Yeah, I did see.
You know
the
what? That's amazing. He was great in Harry and the Hendersons.
Yeah. And he fucking stole the season when he was in Dexter. He was amazing in the season he was in.
The bad part about Dexter is none of the other seasons were nearly as good.
No, that show peaked in that season.
Yeah.
Yes.
I tipped out in, I think, season 7. It was the one with Colin Hanks.
Yeah, I think that's the last season.
After that season finished, I was like, you know what? I'm going to wait until this whole thing is over, and then I read about the ending, and I said, maybe I'm okay.
Yeah. I did see... Me and Jess did go and watch Atomic Blonde. Fucking love that movie.
Yeah, that looks cool.
It has a very similar feeling to John Wick.
Nice.
Because it was made by one of the directors of John Wick.
Oh, well, there you go.
2 directors in the first movie. One went off to do Atomic Blonde. One went off to do John Wick 2. And during the intro to that, we saw the trailer for Churchill, the movie about Churchill.
Oh, I didn't know there was one.
I didn't think that was about him.
And
it's about a church on a hill.
I was not really that interested until I saw who was playing
Gary
Churchill.
Oldman, right?
It's fucking Oldman. So I'm in
now
day
I gotta
one.
Go see that.
Yep.
Damn it.
Gary Oldman's great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Speaking of people who are great in everything.
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen him in it.
Send everyone.
Oh, that's possibly my favorite movie of all time, and definitely.
Oh my god, a fucking another one. Now is Seven Nation Army by Vintage New Orleans Dijre.
Are you listening to Spotify?
No, this is YouTube's.
Oh. I was like, I know for sure you don't have that stuff in your library.
Alright. I can handle this song.
You know what? It might be time to watch The Professional again.
Professional's a great movie.
It might be time to watch Fifth Element again.
We watched that recently.
Fuck, I can't wait for Valerian to come out now. Since I missed it in the theater.
That got pretty poor reviews, but I'm not very surprised by that. All of Luc Besson's movies get poor reviews.
Yeah,
same thing. I just watched the Guy Ritchie's King Arthur movie. It was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Guy Ritchie makes cool movies.
Yep.
Really cool movies. What was the other one? The Mummy? It was alright.
It seemed
the Tom Cruise one.
I don't know why people... I really like the first Brendan Fraser Mummy movie. I think it's fine. I think people romanticize that movie a little too much. It's good. It's not like the best movie.
It's campy and it has its moments.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That reminds me of the late 80s, early 90s action movies.
Yeah.
But done in that time sensibilities. Like, I really enjoyed it. Like, I'm not going to lie, the first 2 Mummy movies are fucking incredible to me because they are so blatant in what they are and they just embrace it whole hog.
Yeah.
Well, the second one was with the Scorpion King.
Yes. That's the one with the CG rock.
It was bad.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It was bad even then.
I still like it, even though it is campy as fuck.
Yeah.
No, I didn't think that was good at all. That little kid just annoyed the shit out of me.
Yeah, that's when you know you've made mistakes in a series. He's gonna have a kid follow him around now. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Isn't that where Indy went downhill as well?
Where what?
Indy went downhill with young Indiana Jones.
It didn't.
No,
help.
the Young Indiana Jones show was great.
Yeah.
With Joaquin Phoenix, right? Or no, River.
It was
Phoenix.
River, wasn't it? Yeah.
One of the Phoenixes.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, you guys ready to kick this off?
Yep.
Did you just find a postmodern jukebox?
Damn it, Soul Man.
Oh man.
Traveled into the Fallout universe.
Hey there, Sacred Herb. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is my nuke jukebox.
Yeah, your Nuka-Cola jukebox.
It was something I wanted to talk about, and I cannot. I had it, and then we started talking about other shit.
Mm.
You'll remember as soon as we start recording.
Oh yeah.
I gotta pee.
Okay. Hi, everyone in chat.
Hello.
How's everyone doing? Oh, I forgot to put the link in Discord. Pew. Pew.
Oh god.
Boop.
No, fucking, we genuinely really loved Atomic Blonde. Like, I love the style of that movie. Because it's 80s as hell as well. It's got like the fucking neon spray paint everywhere. Like the credit sequence is great. And oh boy, does Charlize Theron get the shit kicked out of her in that movie.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Like, you know the way John Wick was not didn't really lay off of showing John Wick get beat up, and then you see him in the next scene and he's got the black eye and the cuts and everything like that. It does the exact same thing, but with Charlize Theron.
Yeah.
And it's probably my old school mentality coming through here, but it feels weird to see basically when you see her from the back, and it's literally her entire back is just covered in bruises and welts and cuts.
Wow.
And it's just like, that feels a little harsh.
Hey there, Marion Blackburn. Do we have a YouTube channel? Yes, youtube.com/thatvideogamepodcast.
You'll find me in the chat right now.
Yeah. Hey there, T-Bomb Rocks. Or you can just search TVGP on YouTube. Hello, 5th of 9.
Hey, T-Bomb, 5th of 9. I'm curious if that is a Borg reference.
Oh, maybe. We're just waiting for Knobs to return, and then we will get started.
Oh. We watched something else, and I can't remember what the fuck we watched. Oh, we did watch John Wick 2 as well. After seeing Atomic Blonde, it was like, I'm in the mood for that same movie, exactly the same again. Let's watch John Wick 2.
People beat the crap out of each other. Let's watch Daredevil.
I think the BMF cast talked about it. But John Wick 1, they've got the guy who played the bad guy in The Punisher. I can't remember. John Leguizamo.
Yeah.
He is John Wick's hype man in the first John Wick. Like, someone, spoiler, they steal his car, and he's like, do you know whose car that is? Like,
Oh
it's
my God.
it's a 30-second...
Oh, water.
Dude, I'm timing you out on Twitch. Let's stop promoting ourselves here.
Yep.
Come back
This
and
is
play
not
nice.
the place.
What was your question?
Well,
Sorry.
Like the hype man in John Wick 1, it's like a 30-second scene, and he does an okay job, but based on what happens in John Wick, which if you haven't seen, can watch that movie. Based
on
on
my
what
short
happens,
list.
based on what happens, it's not good enough of a hype section. Whereas John Wick 2, the hype man in John Wick 2 is, and I don't know his name, he is the Russian guy in everything you've ever seen. He has a very distinctive voice. I guarantee you'll know his face the second you see it.
Let me look him up.
If it's a guy who's Russian in a movie or a video game, it's him. He's in like fucking everything. I can't remember. Knobs would probably know his name, but he is a great hype man in John Wick 2.
Do you know his character name in the movie?
I don't, but I bet you Knobs can name the actor. He's been in fucking everything. He was in Prison Break as the Russian guy in Prison Break as well. He was in I think he's like from...
Oh, Peter
he's not
Stormare.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, Peter
should know
Stormare
that.
is in everything.
Yeah, I should know that based solely on fucking the Beastcast's obsession with him.
He's Swedish.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know
But
that.
he always plays the Russian guy despite not being from Russia, and he is incredible in that movie.
Wow.
Who always plays the Russian guy?
Peter Stormare.
Oh man, who got banned?
Oh, I timed him out. He was promoting his YouTube channel. I forgot he was also in 8mm, which was my worst first date movie choice in high
Oh,
school.
Jesus, really?
Well, so my girlfriend at the time, we were like, I think we just started dating. We're like, all right, let's go out, let's go see a movie.
Of course, Nicolas Cage is so hot right now.
Well, we went to the theater and we're like, none of these look good, but this one has Nicolas Cage in it, so it's probably gonna be good, bad. So let's go see it. I had no idea what. And of course, if anyone hasn't seen 8mm, it's about snuff films, and it's bad.
It's especially bad for a first date context.
Yeah.
Oh man, was it a great? That's a good topic, though.
Worst first date movies.
Yeah. I took a date to Bring Out the Dead with Nick Cage and Vig Rhames.
0 for 2 for Nick Cage here.
That was a good one.
I think I actually went to see Tokyo Drift as a first date in the cinema.
That's not bad.
And when my date said she hated every second of it,
Great.
I knew it was not meant to be.
We're just gonna break up now. I'll see you later.
Oh man, there was another good one. Yeah, like after I broke up with after I had to break up with my high school girlfriend when I was in college. My next date, I went to go see The Whole 9 Yards with this girl I met in art class, and man, was that awkward. And so was dinner with her parents.
Oh man.
Oh jeez.
That's an intense first date.
Oh my god.
T-Bomb Rocks is right. Pierce Stormare was in Until Dawn.
Until Dawn. That's
where
the...
That was a cool casting for him.
Yeah. That's where the Beastcast obsession with him came from, was him being in that game.
Yeah. Alright, you guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Hi. Alright, let's get started here in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to another episode of That Video Game Podcast. I'm your host, Boston. Going around the room, we have Knobs.
Hello.
And Moonpier.
Bonjour.
Let's just dive right into it. Knobs, what have you been playing this past week?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Hold on.
Gotta get your list.
Gotta get the...
Something about taking things seriously.
Something.
It is serious. It's written down
That's right.
on a 3x3 square.
Yep.
All right. Well, Monday night game night was kind of a quiet night. We had another nice little Peggle night.
Peggle night, feeling all right.
Some of us are really good at that game, and other of us not so much.
Yeah.
Guys, any game I start out hot on, I know I'm gonna lose.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just know it. But I did have had one of our memorable Peggle games where I came from behind from about 100,000 for the win.
That's
I
ridiculous.
scored 125,000 plus points on the last ball.
Oh my god.
It was bananas, and according to them, it wasn't wasn't the best ball of the night, which I don't understand how that's possible.
I don't know about that, man.
In that game, like they gave my first Peggle ball where I hit like 40 pegs, but none of them were orange. Like, all right, statistically, that's kind of impressive, but
sure,
that's a good shot, but it can't be the shot of the night because you didn't hit any orange. You take the orange early. Everybody knows this.
Well, I mean, it came down. One orange peg was over here, and the other one was over on this side of the screen. It came down, banked off the blue peg, just knocked it up in the air, off the wall, got sick on the next peg, came down, clipped the purple, and down into the 50K. It was bananas.
Man.
I know it was my only victory that night too. was that one ball?
Yeah.
We played it again on Friday night, which we had some more of the same shenanigans. Except I had one game where I came out of the gate hot, where I actually won. I got 2 back-to-back 75,000 shots.
Jeez.
I've never had that happen before, and I still didn't get sick at the end of it. kind of our shorthand for what is it? The Fever Symphony. Yeah,
Yep.
whatever it is at the end. Like it's funny. Like some of us will be calling our shots way too early. It's like, oh, gotta get sick. Some of our call doctor. I feel cold coming out. Like,
Yeah.
we have a lot of fun with Peggle.
All of these are Donnyisms as well, if I'm correct. Like, he
Yep.
comes up with all of them as well.
That's the least shocking thing I've heard.
That is, it's well before like this. None of this vocabulary ever really existed in our lexicons until these little Donnyisms just kind of creeped into our language.
Yeah.
And they were like, because you've never heard that before, and it's so funny.
And usually very fitting. Where you're like, well, of course it's called that. Why wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because like he'll say it in such a manner. Like we'll be playing, and he's like, "Oh, guys, I don't feel so good." And you're like, "What? Are you okay?" Nah, I just feel a fever coming on.
Yeah.
I was like, "What are you talking about? There's fever coming on." And then all of a sudden, you see the rainbow go over his thing. And like you,
Like, God, I hate you and love you.
it's so great. But his delivery is so dry.
Yeah.
And then he does his little wispy giggle. It's like Jabberjaw from that show. It's so great. But yeah, so if you're lucky enough to get into one of our peg parties, you should hang out. It's a good time. Even if you're just a spectator, you'll have a laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I streamed probably an 8-hour day's worth of golf.
So much.
Pretty much every time I came home from work, I was getting notifications on my phone. J-Nob is live on Twitch. It's like, well, I wonder what he's playing.
Yeah.
Wait, I already know.
But on the couch, let's play some golf.
Yeah, it was at least 3. I was fighting with Twitch pretty hard earlier in the week, just trying to get a stream up.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, then I kept crashing the party I was in, so I ended up talking to myself like a lunatic, like normal.
Welcome to being a streamer. No one's here, so I will talk to myself.
No, even that, like, I was streaming Shadow Warrior earlier today. I really didn't say much, other than just kind of giggling at how ridiculous that game is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, the golf club too. I need golfers. Like, I'm serious. Like, I need to be playing this game with some people because it's a great game.
Yeah.
It really is.
Okay,
So-
I'll jump in. I don't want to because I don't think this is the game for me, but I will jump in.
I don't believe you for a second.
Well, I think the thing is that if
You play Tiger Woods with us. How could this not be for you?
I never once played Tiger Woods with you guys.
Shenanigans. Really?
Really. I never...
I think
Shut
if you
the
have
fuck
knobs
door.
chirping you through this, I think that might be a good intro to the difficulty level of this game.
But yeah, I have never once played a golf game with you guys because you guys picked up Tiger-8 and I didn't have Tiger-8 at the time. I think it was the 08 version that you guys were deep into. Then
Sounds like an STD.
When the...
Did you get your Tiger-8 shot this year?
That sounds like that should be like a little sad ghost should be following around. Did you get your Tiger-8 shot this time?
Tiger-8 might cause diarrhea.
Yes. The slipping of the thumbs. But
Dusty burps.
Consult your doctor before taking Tiger-8.
But I think when you picked up Tiger, I think it was 12 with all the Pimpax madness.
Yes.
I didn't get in that at the time because I wasn't financially viable.
Good call.
And by the time you guys had burnt out on all of the Pimpax and I was able to pick it up, you'd moved on to something else.
We could quit at any time. And we just showed it. Like, we drew the line in the sand with pin packs. No more.
Yep.
You siren.
Oh my god, that was... Man, I don't even want to know how much money I
There's no
spent
cure for
on
Tiger-8, but you can live a happy, productive life. Thank you, Soul Man.
But no, the
Don't take
first golf
Tiger-8
game
if you're on MOI inhibitors. I'm just going to circle Tiger-8 as the title here. I also like that...
Because Tiger-8, it's better than was it the Flonase where 5 is better than 1?
Yeah, 5 is better than 1. Thank you,
kidding.
Flonase.
Thank
I also
you.
like that someone wrote it out Tiger-8 like I wrote it in my notes. Like it's something the Umbrella Corporation made.
Yes.
Oh my god, Tiger-8 broke out.
But no, the first golf game I played with you guys was Power Star Golf.
Mm.
I hadn't played a golf game before that in years. I've got Rory McIlroy downstairs, but went on EA Access way after the fact. So,
Oh man, I would wonder how easy that is now after playing Golf Club 2.
You
probably
just shot at
very-
200.
Well, I mean that's part of the thing where what should I call it with links. I think I got links sitting behind me.
Probably. I see a couple green cases back there.
Yeah, where is it?
Maybe it's down in the archives.
Might be. Nope, there. Ow, man, the shoulder sucks. I can't point at anything.
Knobs, we don't
Can't-
have health care for the show, so you need to take it way easier than that.
That's all it took to hurt was just point over this way.
Yeah,
I
we're-
can't even put a
we're-
shirt on.
We're in our late
I need
30s,
my
dude.
Tiger-8 vaccination because this is acting up real bad.
Tiger-8 might hurt in the injection site, but a little bit of swelling is normal.
You might have minor joint discomfort.
Yeah, I'm not writing any more titles down, by the way.
No, I just... Tiger-8 might cause depression. If your symptoms worsen, please consult your doctor.
See,
Oh,
this
good.
is the best thing, is because I'm new to this country, I still haven't seen any of these commercials because I don't have TV. The only time
You're-
I've been exposed to this type of stuff was when I was in a hotel.
You're
So
probably
first-
better off for it.
All right, so now we're on this tangent here. Do you remember the there's the one where for what is it? It's intestinal cancer box where it gives you a box and it has a sad little intestine like just vomiting up bile.
Oh,
And it just looks sad, and then all of a sudden the guy's carrying a box out of the bathroom. You know he just pinched one in a plastic bag.
yeah.
Shipped this box of poo to wherever lab to be
It's just
tested.
like you couldn't even pretty this whole thing up.
Well, yeah, at least the intestine had a good day.
Intestine's happy. He took Tiger-8. Seek help if Tiger-8 lasts more than 4 hours.
T-Bone with a good one. For a complete list, please see the website.
Oh, God.
If your Tiger-8 lasts more than 4 hours.
Oh, my God.
Top
Okay, so-
application available.
So how's the golf club, too?
It's great.
It's so good.
Oh, wow.
And we're gone, folks. Well,
God. This is the second time we've broken the show. First time was stretching our boy.
Oh my God! All the way to the moon.
Blammo, right to the moon.
Oh.
Anywho.
Anyway, but no, like I haven't played a game since Lynx that actually rewarded you for having a skill set in golf, but actually understanding how important the lie and angle and the swing, the tempo of the swing. It's all about the tempo.
Yeah. Well, it encourages you to work on it, too. It's like, it's not like Tiger Woods sitting in on easy, where you're like, great, I just hit a hole-in-one, my first hole, whoa! It's just like, no, you're gonna hit it maybe 3 yards, because you screwed up the swing.
Yeah, and there is live streamed evidence that you can duff a shot.
Nice.
And it is infuriating. I think I lost it in a giggle after that. Like, I don't know what to do. That swing felt fine, just like it does in real life. Like, I don't understand what just happened.
Right.
yeah.
Well, I made that joke the other day because my golf clubs are really heavy. And I'm like, hey, velocity plus mass means ball goes far.
Yeah.
It's
just physics, bro.
It's physics. And that's why I can hit a pitching wedge 160 yards.
Yeah.
Or my freakish 8-iron that somehow carries 200. I don't know
Jeez.
why. It's absurd. All right. So anyway, Golf Club 2 is great. I'm probably going to stream more of it because I actually enjoy playing a game and watching myself fall apart because I started out a tournament. I joined a little tournament. I started out with a 63, then shot a 72, then shot an 80, then I shot an 85. Like,
Wait a minute.
And it's like I got the shanks. Like I
Yep.
my swing line just wasn't going. I was doing everything like you do in real golf. Is you're making all these adjustments and it just keeps getting worse.
You got the yips.
Yeah.
Yeah, got a case of the chili dippers.
Yep.
It was all over the board. Just kept dipping the shoulder.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Let me see. Played a lot. Actually, I played some Pocket Mortys today while I was watching football, and man, that game's hard.
Yeah.
I had no idea Pocket Monster game was that hard.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The old school Pokemon games, which from what I understand is exactly what this is kind of a reference old school to.
Yeah.
Those games were really easy, but then the second you got to the midpoint, they racked up the difficulty hardcore.
I don't know if I quite hit a midpoint, but it's just I don't want to fight everything I come across. And anytime you get in like straight line sight with one of the other trainers, he always sees you.
Yep.
And it's always like, oh god, I've got like 2 Mortys available. Like I can't weather this storm.
Yeah.
Like it's just too much. I mean, I got I got my veiny paper Morty, and then I got my shaggy rock Morty that's just not gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be a scissors in there, and I can't compete with the scissors right now.
That sounds.
I don't know what to do, Rick.
Like Pokemon.
Yeah, 100%. That sounds like Pokemon.
Yeah, you're having the true Pokemon experience, which is like, please, I just want to walk through this valley to get to the next town. Stop fighting me, please, God.
Yep.
Yeah, like at that point, I'm all out of serums. Like I can't heal my Mortys, so I just kind of rack it out until he dies, and I'm back at the Citadel.
Yeah.
The Citadel of Ricks. I love him. I love Rick and Morty so much. It's so good, and this game is really good too.
Yeah.
Like I've got 1950s Greaser Rick as my trainer.
Why wouldn't you?
My heavy's blue shirt Morty. Awesome. I have a lot of fun with this game, and I'm so bad at it.
But you're getting better.
I am. The game that I've been absolutely crushing though this past week has been Marvel Puzzle Quest.
I drew my first 5-star.
Yay!
I got
I got 3.
I got Spider-Man.
On.
Spider-Man's a good one. Did you get his red skill?
No, it was blue.
Oh man, his red one is this little like kind of flies across the screen. 2,200 damage. It's great.
The rough part is now it's 750 hero points to expand my stable.
I love this is the hill we're dying on.
Yeah,
like it's
for another roster slot, it's 750, and I have 9 legendary tokens at this point. And it's like I need to pull those, but I'm not going to until I have another slot available. That's what I did when I got Spider-Man, because the first token I pulled a 5-star. It's like I can let a lot of 3 stars, age out of my queue, but it's gonna be hell or high water if I let a 5-star go.
Yeah, pretty much the same. Like I regret not doing the VIP thing earlier. I wasn't able to at that point, but now I can. And it's incredible how much additional reward you get just on that aspect of it.
It seems like you're stealing.
Yeah, 100%. It feels like you're getting away. It's like, okay, so for $10 for this entire month, I get bonus stuff every day from the VIP thing.
Yep.
And then on top of that, every time I let's say 50 to 60% of the time when I complete a battle, you give me bonus stuff on top of that.
Yep.
And a lot of the time, like if you get a standard recruit token, the bonus thing you'll get will usually be a 2-star token instead.
Yep.
And then if you get a 2-star, normally you'll get a 3-star as the bonus. So
it's crazy.
What? I just added up the 4 stars I have. I got 22 4-stars right now.
Oh, wow. Come on. But I mean, I think it was mentioned in Discord. I can't remember who it was who was talking about it. But about how building up your 2 stars is the key to getting a good 3-star.
Yeah, that was a skewed one to give him credit.
Yeah. I think I now have like 5 champed 2-star people.
Nice.
But the issue I'm running into now is I've got 90 tokens to pull. But I don't want to pull any of them because I'm at the point where if I level up Dakin again, I'm going to get the cover for 3-star Dakin. But I don't want to level him up until I've got that slot open for him.
You know, a skewed one gave me a good piece of advice when I was in your same position, because I was hoarding tokens, because I was like, well, I don't want to waste, like, this 3-star Dakin. You'll get him. You'll get him through other means. Like, I'm tossing away 3-star covers. They're just aging out of my queue, because I'm going to get them later. You know, there really aren't any characters in this game that are limited time only, and if they are, they kind of suck, like Bagman. You know, it's stuff you're not really going to care about anyway, so I would just pull so you can keep champing people, because by the time you start champing more people, you know, for 3 levels of champing people at 2 stars, you get 1,750 ISO, and like that only grows per star that you're champing. So
yeah,
you get recruit tokens and hero points and all that other stuff.
Like, I'm right on the cusp about the champ, the Century.
Yeah. Is he 3-star?
Yes.
Yeah, he's 3-star.
Okay.
He would be my second 3-star champ, because right now I have Dakin, Wolverine, Miss Marvel, Moonstone, Bullseye, Dark Avengers, and Ares, Thor, and Captain America.
Nice.
Oh, and Magneto. He's champ too.
Yeah, I've got all the available 2-star characters champed, and basically the first 3 tiers of tokens, I'm just pulling those as soon as I get them, because it's more than likely going to hit on someone who's already been champed, and it's just free stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's so cool.
Yeah, I did it a couple of weeks ago. I did it and pulled like 90 tokens. I managed to get a fair few champs. Like, I got Dakin, Wolverine, like all my 2-stars all got champed. I ended up with an overload of Magneto. So Magneto went from being one of my weakest 2-stars to being literally the first person in my roster screen.
Yeah.
I'm still not a huge fan of his abilities, but against people like the stupid Rock Lords, his blue star that clears every single tile is very helpful.
Yeah.
But at this point, I'm just trying to get as many hero tokens as I can, or hero points, just so I can get my slots up and start making sure my 3-stars are starting to grow.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with the skewed one. I would recommend getting as many 2-stars as you can as you start expanding your slots, because each one of them will pay out with hero points when you start making them into champions. So it's the sort of self-feeding system where you're pulling stuff that you can get pretty easily during the dailies, and that just starts feeding your ISO and your hero points.
Yeah.
I'm kind of kicking myself I got rid of my 2-star Hawkeye, because I get a lot of covers for him.
Yeah.
I like him, especially his passive purple. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
It's so
good.
This
game is so friggin' good.
And it's got way more depth than it has any right to.
Yeah. I thought this was going to be another game that we would play for about a month or so, and we'd sort of get sick of it, or it would start doing that free-to-play game thing where it's like, you know, if you only would spend a couple of bucks, you know, your energy would recharge a little bit faster. Thankfully, it doesn't have any of that. It just... The amount of depth that it has and amount of content it has is pretty ridiculous.
Well, actually, honestly, I think really what saves is the Deadpool daily.
Yeah.
Is pulling those crapshoot taco tokens.
That's about all I have time to do lately, is just do as many of the dailies as I have units. But even that it's something so different every day, not only with the units you're fighting, but the units you have to fight with, and it's so good.
Yeah.
So my stable's up to 78. So
nice. I think I'm still in the 50s, 58 maybe.
So yeah, it's I think at 75 is about when it hit the 1,000-point mark.
Yeah, thankfully that's where it maxes out.
We'll see.
No, it doesn't. I know for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. I asked a skewed one. He's like, "Oh yeah, it maxes out there." Thankfully, because I don't know how the hell you'd be able to come back from anything higher than that.
$50, you only get 8 slots. Like, oh,
jeez. So good. Anything else you played this week?
It's rough. Oh yeah.
Oh.
And then I've been pounding my way through Shadow Warrior, and that game's still a ton of fun.
Ooh, I gotta get back on that now that we bought ourselves another week.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually thought we were recording yesterday, and I'm like, oh my god, I was about 10 beers deep by the time I got home, and I'm like, I can't play that game. A little.
It's a little too fast.
It's a little too floaty and just.
Yeah.
Well, the game does some weird stuff with the camera too, where it's a little swimmy already.
Yeah.
So I could not imagine playing that on that giant screen 10 beers deep.
Yeah, it was rough, but yeah, it was that game's still really fun.
Yeah.
And I really forgot how much fun these stupid fortune cookies were.
Yeah, like, oh, I love finding them in that game because some of the things that pop up and they say are just ridiculous.
Yeah, like the last one I just picked up is like, to have loved and lost is better than to have loved and got syphilis.
Thanks, Shadow Warrior.
Yeah.
My least favorite one was Help, I'm Stuck in a Video Game Factory.
Yeah. Oh, but yeah, it's good. Oh, dime bag. I can maintain. It wasn't that bad of a drive, but had a lot of carbs. I was in good shape. Anyway, but yeah, that's all I've been playing.
Moon, what do you have up on the docket?
So I put about 2 or 3 hours into Dying Light this week.
Oh, yeah.
Which, in my limited time schedule, that game is still great. Someone picked it up from the community based on my recommendation, and I'm glad they did. They seem to be having fun with it as well. That game just keeps getting better every time I play it. I've taken a couple of breaks from it because of other games and other instances, but like Dying Light is astounding to me how much it seems to have realized the potential from Dead Island.
Yeah.
And it's lost some things along the way, but at the same time, so much more has been improved because of it. I didn't expect the parkour system to be as fun as it is. Like, the parkour in that game is fantastic. Just jumping from rooftop to rooftop. Especially when you... Like in Mirror's Edge, there's the mats that you can do the safe landing on. Excuse me. In Dying...
Moon's dipping over there.
Yeah.
Or dabbing.
That's the one. In Dying Light, there are blue mats and cars, and if you land on top of a car, it softens your fall, and it crumples. It's great.
Nice. Sorry, Moon is drinking for a little bit longer than I was expecting him to. Hi,
yes,
I'm feeling tired. Hey!
Welcome back to the show, folks. Now that we're all fully hydrated.
I honestly have no idea where this came from. But do you remember how last week we were talking about Destiny?
Yes.
And I said to you, Boston, I'll wait the month and see what you say at the end of the first month.
How'd that go?
My wife bought the game.
You would wait the month, but...
Yeah, I would wait the month. My wife would not.
So rounding out more of our rapidly growing Xbox One side of our clan, E1M1.
Which, by the way, what is the clan level on the PlayStation 4?
2 and change.
Okay, good. So it's cross-platform.
Yeah,
because...
it's actually shared. Yeah, I was just about to ask you something, but that'd be a spoiler.
Okay. Well,
I'll talk about it I'll talk about my stuff after your stuff.
Okay. What is going on? But yeah, so my wife picked it up. A little bit taken away with the hype, but that's fine because this game is actually really good.
Yeah.
Like, really, really good. And it makes me more disappointed with Destiny 1 feeling like a...
half-baked game.
Yeah, half-baked, like, test area, like a public beta kind of thing.
Yeah.
For what Destiny 2 has ended up being. The story content is better. The just content period, there is so much more of it.
That's why I'm bummed out when people call Destiny 2 Destiny 1.5. It's like, they kept to the parts that worked, which is the shooting and the movement and the gunplay, and they threw out everything, literally everything else. And they just started back over with it. Like, I don't know what you wanted. You wanted the good parts to stay and the bad parts to go away, and they did that, and you're like, well, I guess it's just Destiny 1.5. It's like, if it is, then good. because it's better than Destiny 1.
Even at that point, that like I do think it feels like a Destiny 1.5, but not in a negative way, in a very, very good way.
Yeah.
In the yes, this is the 0.5 jump where they changed everything you hated and kept everything you loved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
But see, it's
God,
catching apparently.
Oh, I've got it too.
Boy, I feel left out.
Oh, it'll
feel
come
it?
for you.
I took my Tiger-8 this morning. I'm all good.
God, if I'd only taken the Tiger-8.
Do you have a fever coming on? But well, we started playing Destiny. I think we ended up starting it on Monday, I believe. I think I got a text from my wife saying I'm debating picking up Destiny 2, and then I didn't respond in time, so she just picked it up.
That's what my wife calls when she goes somewhere. She buys what she thinks are poor purchases. She calls the "I need an adult" moment. Last time she came back with a light up Christmas T-Rex, so I'm not going to stop her at that point because that goes in our front yard. Why the hell not?
But no, like we started playing it. I believe it was Monday or Tuesday, and literally I've played nothing other than Destiny this week since.
Wow!
Because we blew through the game. We completed the story mode. It didn't take 2 days this time. It took 5, which is always good. Especially considering the clip we were playing it with. We started off originally doing all of the side missions at the same time.
God, there's so many.
But then we got to, I think we got to Venus, is it?
Io or Nessus?
Io.
Yeah.
Io. That looks like that. It's the,
the Green Lantern planet?
Yes.
It is green, yeah.
100%. But with the place with all the Vex, we got there, and then we realized the running distances between the points was getting a little ridiculous.
Yeah, without a Sparrow, that world is pretty big.
So we talked about it. I said to her, Boston thinks it. I think Boston said it was the end of the campaign. You get the Sparrow.
Yep.
So she Googled it. It was. So we powered through the rest of the story.
Yeah.
So we have completed the quote unquote main game.
Nice. And now the game unlocks for you.
Yes, and now we literally have everything on the planet to do, which is a bajillion side missions and all of the patrols and
Crucible and strikes.
And
now the raid.
We ended up playing a lot of Crucible. It was me, my wife Jess, Heiko, our friendly neighborhood German.
Just joined the clan, E1M1.
Oh, he actually joined up.
He did. I approved him this morning. Yeah.
He was talking like a free agent, like a big money free agent when we were playing.
The benefits
is he?
The benefits outweigh the negatives for joining a clan.
Wait, is he on the Xbox One with that?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
But no, he was talking about all these other offers he had got and waiting for the big contract and,
no, man, we
time zones and these kind of things. And I'm glad he actually signed up with us.
Yeah.
But
I think that makes 40 members for our clan right now.
Yeah.
Wow, really?
Yep.
It was 37 last time I checked, and that was like 2 days ago.
Should be 40 now.
But I know Jet Ice has joined too, but I think he might be Xbox, maybe?
Dimebag asks, is there a clan on the Xbox One? So, the E1M1 clan is on all 3 platforms. So, if you join it, it just works. I don't know how, but basically you set a primary console originally, and then it just kind of does its thing. And what we're now finding out is the benefits for leveling up the clan go across all the platforms, along with... Did you guys get 2 free...
Yes, we did, because somebody did the Nightfall and the...
So I got an invite this past week from Baby Shaker version 1, which is one of my favorite tags on my list. His cousin, and I tried the Nightfall this week. I had forgotten the Nightfall, so in Destiny 1, Nightfall was a strike that's way harder, and when all 3 of you died, it would kick you to orbit. You'd have to start back over. They eventually removed the kicking you to orbit, but on Destiny 2, it now has a time limit.
Yeah, it's 10 minutes, isn't it?
This one was 11 minutes. And it has a couple of modifiers. This week was an interesting modifier where a giant ring would spawn once in a while. And when you'd hop in that ring, a bunch of other ones would show up, and every ring you jump through, you get 30 more seconds. And there were 3 sets of those.
Interesting.
I think it took us 3 or 4 tries, and the last time we did it, we cleared it with... We'd finally gotten it down, we cleared it with about 4 minutes left. So we did we did pretty well. I was initially a little worried about the time limit because I was worried that it would mean you don't kill anything, you just sort of speed run your way through it. But now that I've done it, there's more tactics to it than that.
Yeah.
So what's cool about the clan is now that we cleared it with half or more of the people being in the Nightfall being in the clan, everybody in the clan just gets a purple engram.
Yep.
And we played a Crucible match with the three of us, and we won, so now everybody in the clan gets another purple engram. If we were doing Trials of the Nine or the Raid, we could get up to 4... Like, anybody in the clan just has to complete one of those activities with half or more of the people being in the clan, and everybody in the clan just gets a purple engram. And that's awesome.
Is it cumulative? If you sign up, do you get all those old rewards, or do you have to be part of the clan first?
It's not cumulative, but it resets every week.
Yep.
So...
Do you have to claim them every week?
Yeah, but it shows up. The vendor,
you get a message.
Yeah, the vendor who gives them out will show up as like, hey, I've got stuff for you.
And like that type of stuff, like I've really enjoyed all of that aspect of it. Like I'm enjoying the refinements they've made. I'm not a huge fan of the jokes they tend to poke fun at themselves with. Like one of the first times you're in the story, you talk to Hawthorne, and she starts talking about all these different people, like the Crucible and all the factions and all the rep. And I don't know how you keep track of it all. Ha ha ha! Reference to Destiny 1. By the end of Destiny 2, you have more people to try and keep track of than you do in Destiny 1.
And the factions aren't even in yet. Yeah, I think Destiny 2 does a better job at letting you know when someone has something for you. Like it pulses a little icon on the map, and that makes a huge difference. Or in your milestones, it'll say like, hey, you need to go talk to the cool Balthair from Final Fantasy 12 that lives in EDZ.
Yep. And my personal favorite thing about that is it doesn't require, as of right now, because the factions aren't properly in, you don't have to grind faction rep. You get faction rep as an aside.
Yeah,
so you get Gunsmith tokens. Rep for the parts, you get tokens when you're on the individual planets.
Yep.
You get Crucible rep for just playing the Crucible stuff. Like, you don't have to wear a specific mark, you just do the activity and you get it.
Yep.
Like, that part I've enjoyed.
I like that a lot because it's like, well, if I need to get rep for Devrim K, he lives in the EDZ, so I just do stuff in the EDZ and I get rep for him. Like, it's just... And especially it happens for public events or chests you open or challenges you do. Like, nearly everything you do on that planet will get you tokens to get you rep, to get you free gear.
My one big negative I have to say about it is the Taken. As an analogy my wife came up with, which was probably the best analogy I heard about it, was it's like coming in at season 2 of a TV show, because the Taken appear and they make a huge deal of the Taken. We played vanilla Destiny. We didn't touch the DLC. We don't know who they are. We don't know what's going on. And they literally talk about them like they are the world enders. And it's just...
So,
they're the Reapers.
This is interesting because there's 2 sets of dialogue in Destiny 2. One that knows you've played Destiny 1, and one that knows you haven't. So if you didn't play Destiny 1 at all, and this is like the one big storyline mistake they made, they would have said, oh my god, who are these guys? And someone would have come in and said, oh, these are the Taken. Oryx stole these people and turned them evil and brought them to a dimension and all that stuff. But there's like, it needs that fine, one more, granular slice of, yeah, I played Destiny 1, but I didn't play the Taken King. So I don't know who the Taken is. So don't be like, oh my god, the Taken's back. Go shoot him. It's like, who are they though? Like, I see they're shadow people, but like, what happened?
Yep. And I got the text, which was, oh, you clearly know who this is because you played Destiny 1.
Yeah.
Great little touch, by the way, when you first load your character and it does the paper story and it gives you your accolades from Destiny 1. Mine was very short because there was only 2 things there.
Yeah, mine was 8 or 9 things because I did almost everything. The cool part is, so I didn't talk about this originally because I didn't want to spoil it out of the gate, but if you played Destiny 1 in any fashion, it comes up with these cool, almost like inky artwork things. And it'll say, here's your milestone. You beat the Vault of Glass, and it'll show 6 Guardians shooting Atheon. What's also cool is it shows you the date when you did it and your fire team. So like on mine, I was with Musum and a bunch of other people that took down Vault of Glass, so it showed Musum and all of us and clearing it.
It shows you the gamer tags, the classes they wear, and like a little screen, like a little cool art piece. Yeah,
it's really cool. It was really nice because it was nice to have at least something. You get some benefits for since I cleared everything in Destiny 1, the amount of stuff I got is a lot of emblems and some shaders and a transmat feature. But seeing that and being able to relive that like for one last time before Destiny 2 was pretty cool.
Yeah, like that I thought was a genuinely nice touch. But I mean, I'm at the point now where we've beat the story. We're going to go down and do the side content, like all the little side stories, because, I love content, so I will play content. But we are officially, I think at this point, I'm into the gear grind a little bit. My wife, who I made promise that she wouldn't play any of the story-based content without me, she spent probably 3 days straight just doing public events and that kind of thing. I honestly think she knows how to turn every single one of them into a heroic one now. Like, she's got it all figured out and shouts it out. And she is at the point where I think she's just about to hit the point where when you improve your gear level by 1 point, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
She's kind of getting there, whereas I'm still at the, my gear's going to go up 10 numbers now.
Right. I put on a new coat. Hey.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the game is fun. It's so much improved over Destiny 1. But, like you said, the things that I like are still there. It still controls fantastically. The shooting is solid. We have elite controllers, so we were wondering why our sparrows were very slow, because we had the dead stops on the triggers, so it was only halfway pulled.
Oh,
So we figured that out real quick.
Yeah.
But no, the game is really, really fun. Like, I'm genuinely enjoying it, and it might be a point where they've put enough content in this to make me feel comfortable with the season pass when that eventually comes out.
Yeah, the first DLC rumor is Mercury will be the new planet, and there will be a whole bunch of additional content around that coming in November, I think. So we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see if it's good. I bought the limited edition, so I got the season pass already. So I'll be able to share my hopefully good news about the first DLC is good.
Awesome. I love the Bright Engram stuff, by the way. Speaking of which, things that were in the DLC for 1 and have been brought through to this, infusing, fantastic. I love it. It allows me to keep my purple gear and then just level it up using a piece of blue gear that's stronger.
Yep.
Absolutely adore that type of thing. I both love and hate the cosmetic stuff. I love it because you get free cosmetic stuff every time you level up.
With the shaders?
Yep, with the shaders, the emotes, the sparrows, things like that. I am concerned because my wife is also playing this game, so I wouldn't be surprised if 6 months down the line we have spent $100 on cosmetics.
I would recommend against it.
So would I, but my wife is also obsessed with Rocket League and crates, and I love you, babe, but my word, you buy a lot of keys.
I only bought one set of, I think it's called Silver in Destiny 1, because they put the Carlton dance in there, and how can I not do that in a raid when someone dies?
It actually makes me laugh. My favorite one I've seen so far is I think it was like the second one my wife got, which was the seasoning emote, where you sprinkle a little bit of salt.
Yeah.
Which is ironic because my wife's favorite thing to say to people in Rocket League is salty when she is killing them.
They did make a really interesting change. There were no exotic emotes in the first one, and the neat thing about this one is all the exotic emotes have that, like, a projection that your ghost does. So there's one where you flip over a table, there's one where you make ramen, and all of those have like a wire-lined projection. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah. But no,
so is the Apache dance in there too?
It was in the first one. I haven't seen it in this one. There's a lot of dances in it. They know how to get your money, so they put a lot of dances in it day one, but I'm hoping they put some of that stuff back in there.
Yeah.
The Carlton's like the end-all, be-all. Like
it was like $5 to buy it, and I was like, look, I'm not buying anything else from this game. I have to buy the Carlton. It was, what was it called? Like Funky Dance or something like, but it was a Carlton. I still have it equipped. That's why.
How could they not just name it the Carlton?
I bet there's something. I bet there's some trademark. Like, yeah, you
Saints
can use
Row?
the name Carlton, but like toss us a couple grand. It's like, nah, it'll be Funky Dance.
Saints
Row called it the Carlton.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, it did.
No, it didn't.
Wait, what?
Okay, whatever. Moving on.
That's all right. That's happening as soon as this is over.
That's fine.
And I'm going to stream it, and
Okay.
I'm going to laugh.
But yes, Destiny 2. I'm loving that game. I'm pretty sure my wife wants me to stop this show right now so I can go down and continue playing it with her.
Have you started the exotic weapon quests that are on each planet? The blue thing with a crown?
I've done a couple. We've done a couple of the blue missions, but I literally got to the point where I'd finished the main story, and the only time I had to play after that was setting up the patrol network we've done.
Yeah.
So we did that, and then after that, I haven't done any more blue crowns.
Once you get to 260, I'd recommend doing the one Enhance. That's the one I did last night. He got me my favorite weapon from Destiny 1, which is the Mida multi-tool. It's a scout rifle that has maxed out reload, and you move faster when you have it equipped.
Awesome.
It's really good.
Oh, by the way, just because I know people will ask if I don't state this, even though I said it last week, Titan for life.
If you like punching stuff, Titan's still really good.
Oh, speaking of which, actually, I love the multi-classes. They've got the multi-class system back. I do find it funny that the Titans multi-class system is Captain America.
Super slamming. Oh, the subclasses. Yeah, it's Captain America, super slamming, and the shield is back.
Yeah, but like the three different classes, like the flame class, he throws a hammer at everybody, which is Thor.
Yeah.
The purple class, he has a shield which he throws around and hits people with, which is Captain. And the other one he's got is like the it's like
Hulk
the lightning
smash.
Storm. Yeah, so it's Hulk Smash.
Yeah, I forgot you didn't play any of the DLC in Destiny 1. The Sunbreaker, the Flaming Hammer, was introduced in Destiny 1, and that's great that they brought it back, because throwing regenerating flaming hammers and making people explode is always really great.
I love the fact that it's got a bullet dip as well, so you can snipe people by dropping it over the top of rocks.
Yep.
It's so much fun. But yes, anyway, Destiny. Yes, exactly, which thank you, by the way, for the most appropriate text strain on our clan page. Anyway, Destiny.
Yep.
That is all I've been playing. Over to you, Boston.
I actually, other than Destiny 2, I only played one game, but I did finish a book this week, a gaming-related book called Blood, Sweat, and Pixels by Jason Schreier, I believe is how you pronounce his last name.
How is it?
It's really good. So if you haven't heard about this book, basically Jason went out and interviewed at 10 studios about 10 games that went wrong. And sometimes the game came out great, like in the Uncharted 4 or eventually Diablo 3. Sometimes they didn't, with Star Wars 1313 or Destiny or some of the other stuff. Some of the other games are Witcher 3, Stardew Valley. I don't remember some of the other ones because I read it in sort of two large chunks. This is really, really, really good. I wholeheartedly recommend it. I think what he manages to do is he manages to sit down with developers and gets the unabashed story about why some of this stuff went wrong. Like,
yeah.
I think the first really great chapter is Diablo 3, where they talk about Error 37 and how that game went wrong and how hard they worked to get it back to a point where it was a Diablo game. And
yeah.
I won't spoil it because I think that's some really great stuff, but also how their experience benefited the Destiny team in a way that I'm not sure I knew. But, The Witcher 3 chapter goes into the background of how CD Projekt Red got founded and why that influences GOG and the Witcher series so heavily.
For the lack of a better term, weren't they all pirates, basically?
They were trying to stop pirating. So they were the first company in Poland to actually publish video games from other developers.
Mm-hmm.
The Star Wars 1313 one is probably one of the most interesting to hear how that game did and didn't fall apart, and the actual behind the scenes of why that game got canceled. Mm-hmm. I can't recommend it enough. It's a really great short read. Each chapter, it's one chapter a game, so each chapter isn't super long, but he does a really great job at going into the deepest parts about why games are so hard to make and what made each one of these games really, really hard to make. And if they turned out great, in the case of Witcher 3 or Stardew Valley, how did they get there? How did they get from having a tough development cycle to delivering this thing that turned out really well?
Yeah.
So that's Blood, Sweat, and Pixels. I think it's $10. I bought it for $10 on the Kindle version. Well worth it, and it's a really great read. The only game I played this week is Last Day of June. In the interest of full disclosure, the publisher 505 Games provided me with a free copy of this. This just came out 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I hadn't actually heard about it. But this is a 100% me game. So,
is it a visual novel? Is it an SRPG?
No, it's basically a point-and-click adventure game. But what's really interesting, the thing that really captured me was the art style. From what the webpage says, the primary, art design lead is this woman who worked on Frankenweenie. So it has that really cool, not claymation style in this, but you can tell it's sort of influenced by that. Mm-hmm. It's a point-and-click adventure game. It took me about 4 hours to get through. What's neat is at the beginning, you and your wife go out for a picnic, and when you come back to town, you get into a horrible car accident that leaves you in a wheelchair and her dead.
What's this game called?
Last Day of June. So it's not the most uplifting game throughout most of it, but I think it gets there. What's really interesting is eventually you figure out that you can relive that day from 4 other characters' perspectives. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to manipulate their day so that the car crash never happens. So you're going into this kid's day, and if you don't run in the street to make the car swerve, what happens then? And you find out.
So you get to save the little lady from Up.
I guess, yeah.
It's like the opening to Up and making that not horrendously sad.
Yeah. Well, what's cool is you're basically jumping between all these 4 characters, saying, okay, well, if I do this on this one character and it unlocks this other section, what if I use this third character to go over there and do something? Okay, cool, that unlocks this other thing. So you're sort of juggling between all 4 of these characters, and it turned out to be really, really cool. It's one of those stories, I won't spoil it, but it's one of those stories that's sort of sad and uplifting at the same time. And it had a really cool payoff, and I did like this. The thing that the game does so intelligently is, since you're replaying these characters, it would be really boring if you were getting the same 2-minute intro and then you're walking over here and doing this puzzle. It actually skips and cuts up a lot of that stuff, where when you pick the kid, you get a 10-second intro where it's like, oh right, that's where I start, but then it starts you halfway through his story.
Yeah.
And then when you solve a puzzle, it shows you that you went to go solve that puzzle, but it fast forwards through the end because you've already done it and you know what you're doing.
Yeah, I did learn from the visual novels and the 999 series, where it's you don't need to read all this stuff twice.
Yeah, I've done these puzzles. I know if I kick the ball into this flower pot, I know what it's going to do because I've done this before, and I think that's really smart because I think it would be harder to get through this game if it's okay, you know, I started as a kid. You wake up, you pick this thing up, and you go down, and like you have these 20 steps to do, and the game knows you've done that already, and it's just gonna fast forward you through that. And I think that's really, really smart.
That's really cool.
It's I think it's $20. It's out on Steam and PS4 right now.
Hopefully it comes to the Xbox at some point.
Yeah, I'm hoping, because I think it's a cool little experience that people should try. At the very least, the game, I think, correctly purports itself as a story about love and loss, and I think it is about both. And I think it's cool to play a game like this that's trying to tell a little bit of a different story than a lot of games. You know, it's not about like the power of time travel, though, there's something going on there. And it's more about like, what price am I willing to pay to potentially bring my partner back from this accident? Yeah. And what do I have to change to sort of manipulate the perfect day to make that not happen? And I think that's cool. We don't see that often.
Might be worth putting it on the provisional Game Club games list.
Sure, yeah.
Obviously, I wouldn't be able to play it right now because of the limited availability of it, but worth making a note of it anyway.
Yeah, hopefully it comes out on more stuff, and when you build your PC, you can pick it up on Steam.
I don't want it lost in the shuffle.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, that's the last day of June. I think it's really cool. I recommend it, and thank you to 505 for giving me a PS4 code for that.
That sounds cool.
Yeah,
it definitely got me interested in it.
Yeah, and other than Destiny 2, that's all I've been playing this week. I haven't played a lot this week, so let's take a break.
Anyway, Destiny.
Yeah. Last day of June.
Okay, I need to go to the bathroom.
All right, I'll be here.
I imagined you would be.
Hi, chat. How's everyone doing? Doing? I need to go to the bathroom too, but I can't leave you guys by yourself. That would be rude. Let's do one last check of the news stories. Only 3 of them. Nothing. Okay. Let's see if we have any more questions in Discord. We do not. We require supervision. Dimebag, how do I join your clan? Either search for E1M1 in the Destiny 2 clan interface, or I know people put a link to it in... it's recently, Maximus Prime just put a link to it in the Discord Destiny 2 channel. So once you...
Sorry.
That's alright. Dog needed to go to the bathroom?
Yeah, no, he started licking. Usually when he's licking like that, he's like trying to hold it in, just kind of leaking out a little bit.
Right.
So I had to get him out, and then he took a pommel horse fucking poop.
Jeez.
Where he pooped so hard he was up on 2 legs, his legs like swinging up like I'm fucking dying in the backyard.
Musim, they do have a phone app, and it's mostly better. I'd recommend it. The Destiny 1 phone app wasn't that great.
Really? Did my wife come in here and put her here?
No.
I don't think I saw her.
I can neither confirm nor deny that, because I wasn't here.
So there was no wild Jess appearance?
I don't believe so.
Because...
I mean, cats are skinny ninjas.
What are you doing, Louise?
It's hanging out, podcasting, bro. You're on my show now, bitch.
Well, she has been in several times. Come on. Come
on. I am ready to start whenever you guys are.
Okay, let me just kick her out. Go on. That way. Thank you. Fuck off. Oh, also, fuck New York, man, because I don't know what the hell happened over this past week, but fucking temperature's gone skyrocketing through the roof again today.
Welcome to the Midwest.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Soulman brings up a really good point in chat about Destiny 2. If you're fed up of you pressing back and then holding X, I think, or whatever it is to go to the director, start select. Really quick.
Good thing about the PS4 having an extra button is the map
Fuck
is
you
just
with your touch
hold
buttons.
the touchpad.
Fuck you with your touch buttons.
Hey, man. Just because we have the better controller.
That is blatantly bullshit.
Not at all.
No, I would not.
I have to start some sort of console war on the show every once in a while.
Yes, because we are the crew for it.
Yep.
If my wife was on, it would be. But
Yeah. I actually got my Steam Link this past week.
oh, is it?
Not working. I don't know how to Google to solve the problem. So basically what happens is it'll connect to this machine up here, it'll start a game, and the game will be playing, and everything's fine. And then every once in a while, it will flicker between full screen and windowed, and then back to full screen. And when it does that, it pauses the game.
Okay.
So I don't know. Knobs is like elbow deep in his ear right now.
Oh, so good.
Just his legs going. Tap, 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 tap.
Oh man, that felt phenomenal.
All right, I have to pee, so let's get this going.
You can go pee.
I don't want to take any more time.
Oh,
Plus,
okay.
I think my daughter's asleep, so I don't want to wake her up.
Oh, all right. All right, ready in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, everybody. We got releases this week for September 18th, 2017. NBA 2K18 for pretty much everything.
Also coming out for the Switch this time, which seems like it's an okay version.
Shocking.
Yeah.
Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus for the PlayStation 4.
And maybe the Xbox One, if anyone wants to talk about that version. If it doesn't, then I guess I would be holding off on Afterbirth Plus for a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC.
I literally couldn't care less.
Yeah, I keep seeing stuff from this, and it's just... I didn't like 3, and another game with less stuff in it seems way less appealing.
Nubs is going to get it. We all know Nubs.
You'll see it in Best Buy, and you'll scoop it up. And you'll say, man, I don't like it.
I've got issues.
Tune in next week to hear that very content.
Yes. Yes.
Brought to you by the Precursor Legacy.
Yeah.
SteamWorld Dig for the Switch 2.
I forgot to put a 2 on the end of SteamWorld Dig.
Teleprompter was not up to date on that one.
I'm so sorry.
PC and PlayStation 4.
I'll see myself out.
And San Diego, go yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 for the Switch.
You too can plunge the depths of the darkness.
Yeah.
Now on the go.
How ridiculous that is.
Yeah.
How did we bounce off of that so hard?
Hey, I
you
still want to
finished
go back to it.
I did finish it.
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
You're done. Let's talk about news stories. Speaking of someone not finishing anything, Nintendo bringing back the NES Classic Edition in 2018. Why, God, why?
Hold on, haven't they already announced a SNES Classic?
They did. You're right.
Why? 2 steps forwards, 1 step back. That's Nintendo's motto.
Nintendo also put out a press release saying, hey, don't pay more than $80 for the Super NES Classic. Those people are scalpers. We'll have more, we promise. Wink.
I don't believe them for a second.
Great. So restocked in 2019.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Are they just going to change those factories so they're going to be on a rotation every year? They do NES, then SNES,
Yeah,
then
if you
NES,
didn't get
SNES.
an NES Classic, you need to wait for an odd-numbered year, and then we'll produce 100 more units. You need to go kill the other people in the store. You know, we're going to drop you into an arena like the Hunger Games.
I can't wait for the...
It's like getting your vehicle e-checked every odd year.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the N64 Classic to come out, and then it's going to be an even longer wait for the NES Classic.
And
then it's
an
going to be
even
every
shorter
3 years.
cable for the controller.
Yes.
Yeah. Next news story, Xbox Live Indie Games shutting down September 29th, 2017.
Yeah. I can understand why they do it. It's a little sad, but I can understand why.
Yeah, definitely an end of an era. XNA isn't really available anymore. The tools used to create indie games. And unfortunately, except for I Made a Game with Zombies in it, not a lot of other games really hit the big time.
Mm-hmm.
So
I know site I'm a big fan of, True Achievements. They just did a retrospective of it and listed, I think it was the top 20 games from that.
Oh, cool.
So if you're interested in it, there's a list there that you can go and check out.
I'll have to go check that out. It was such a cool idea, but I think, like a lot of stuff that Microsoft tried to do other than mainline 360 stuff during that generation, it got no marketing.
Also, it seems really peculiar that they took this approach to the indie games then. It was just like, you know what, if you can make it, you can self-publish it, it's fine.
Yep.
We just have a separate section for you. That's now just the store on all 3 of the consoles, and Steam is basically just that section.
God, Steam is so bad.
Oh, you can make it, and you can self-publish it, and you can put it on the store, and it's garbage.
Yeah. Man, yeah. Battleborn's creative director says the fall update will be its last. Again, another...
The fall of Battleborn.
Another announcement that maybe isn't the most surprising, but also pretty... kind of a bummer. Because, man, that game really could have been something. They said that they're pulling off the Battleborn developers to work on a highly anticipated, unannounced project at Gearbox.
Borderlands 3.
Borderlands 3.
Yeah, they've already announced it, by the way, because they said, we're hiring for Borderlands 3. Come work on Borderlands 3. So
here, I hope these characters don't live and die with this game. I hope they make a cameo in Borderlands 3.
Yeah, some of them could be pretty cool, yeah. They're definitely very unique. Some of them not great, but there's a lot of cool stuff in there.
But now's the time to take out the shrink wrap, is what you're saying.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Toby needs more time in the limelight.
Is that the...
That's the mech-wielding penguin.
Yeah. Yeah, he does. Telltale... Tales from the Toby. Let's make that happen.
Yes.
Yeah. And last but not least, Doom and Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus, are coming to Nintendo Switch.
Okay. How?
Yeah. Well, apparently Wolfenstein 2 is coming over untouched. Doom is only the single player on the cart, which makes sense, but you have to download the multiplayer, which also makes sense because it's about 100 gigs.
Yeah, on my Xbox One, it's like 180 gigs right now.
Yeah, I don't have it installed anymore because I can't. No one's hard drive can support that. Come on, guys. I think
Do
this
I
is
still have it installed?
probably. I think this is really interesting because when Bethesda announced that Skyrim was coming to the Switch, it's like, yeah, okay. Skyrim goes on everything. Like, I'm surprised we won't have an iPhone version at this point. But you're talking about bringing Doom and Wolf 2 over to Switch? It's sort of like, okay.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, with Wolf 2, I'm not 100% sure, but I know Doom had the dynamic resolution setup where it would automatically change on the fly shaders and graphics and things like that to maintain the
a lot of stuff
60
has that
FPS.
nowadays, yeah.
My question is how low are they going to make those resolutions?
A lot of games on the Switch I've seen have dipped down to 720 when it's a little bit too intense, but a lot of that is like, well, it's 720 when you're on the undocked handset, which is fine, and it's 1080p when you dock it. It's like, that's fine.
At the same time, though, this is Doom, and it needs to run at 60. I'm not a frame rate guy. I'm genuinely
we'll hope
not.
It will.
But
yeah, I think I'm I'm interested that they're even doing this, because I think Skyrim is, it's Skyrim. You'll sell more copies to people that want to play Skyrim again. But for a company that didn't support the Wii or Wii U, I think, at all, especially not with their tentpole releases, for them to say, like, we're bringing out our hit Doom game and our brand new Wolfenstein game to a Nintendo platform, that seems like a vote of confidence.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope they're good.
Let's wait and see how they perform now.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully well. I mean, if you're going to be 720p, 60 frames undocked, that's fine. I mean, you've got that tinier screen on the thing, so
that can hide a lot of imperfections with that.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to our questions. All of them from Discord this week. T-Bomb Rocks is first up with, what game or games from your backlog have you tried to start multiple times but you just can't finish?
I know one straight away. I can't remember the full name of it. That's how much. The Alien game, the one that the
Gearbox,
the XCOM, the one that the XCOM did. I completed Colonial Marines.
Oh, Alien Isolation.
That's the one.
Oh, okay, yeah. The other one.
See, I'm paying attention.
The good one.
I've started that a few times, but never, for some reason, I've just never actually managed to sit down and actually power through it.
I feel like the one recently for me is Gravity Rush. I started on the Vita and said, oh, alright, this is pretty cool. I've got other stuff to play first, though, on the Vita. And then I bought the PS4 remake because I think it was like $20. And I said, oh man, this game is really cool. I got other stuff to play. And I think we know how that ends up.
Yeah, I feel the same way about Mirror's Edge. Catalyst.
Yeah, I liked that a lot, but that's a rough start to that game. Compared to where it ends, that's kind of a rough start.
Yeah, that game just gets so much better the further you get in it.
Yeah. I can't think of really anything else lately that... Usually what happens is I'll buy it, and I'll be like, I'm excited for that game, and then it comes up here the shelf behind me and gathers dust for the next decade.
Where games go to die.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You see this giant... This pile up here, these two piles, is actually two things deep. So there are a lot of games up there that I have not touched. And actually, Destiny 2 just got promoted here. Tick, 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 tick.
Oh.
Yeah. His other question is, with Overwatch doing a free weekend this coming up weekend, and Dead by Dawn this past weekend, have you had any free weekend trials of a game actually convince you to buy it? Oh, no. That's a good question.
I don't play them, generally speaking. I don't play them because I think me and T talked about this a little bit while cruising around in Destiny a little bit. Mm-hmm. I cannot afford to play a game for free that I suddenly get really interested in.
Yeah.
And then I have to go out and drop the $60 on it and install it and then forget about it and then not play it for another 2 years.
Moon, the first hit of Tiger-8 is free. You just got to start paying me after that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the golf club, one sample is fine. The rest of it will be a problem.
Just play a course. Just play one course. Now go ahead and make your course. See how fun it is? Could be yours.
No. Oh man, I can't remember a single game I did like that.
I try not
that
to.
I wasn't not interested in.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Because usually, like for Destiny 2, like that's the last one I played, but I was already pretty whole hog on Destiny 2 already. So.
I've had a few go the other way.
Oh yeah, well, like what?
Like Blur. I played too much of that demo.
God,
everybody played too much of that demo apparently.
Man, I feel like nearly every studio has looked at Blur afterwards and it's like, okay, cool. Our beta is going to be a weekend. It's not going to be 2 weeks, and just have people a weekend be like, yeah, cool. Is that it? Because I'm done. Oh, $60? I already played that. Thanks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Blur. There was another game too that I did that with. Where I was like, after I played the demo, I was like, nope.
Tapping out.
Titanfall had a beta that pretty much kicked a lot. Titanfall 2 had one that
famously,
a lot of people away from it.
Famously pushed everybody away from it. They fixed it, thankfully.
Yeah, that game is incredible. I know. I think the biggest issue for me is I don't play demos anymore. If I'm going to sit down, like
there
free
aren't
weekends,
really any demos anymore.
I
free
miss the
week.
demos though.
Yeah.
I do too, but at the same time, it's like I know if I can listen to somebody whose opinion I trust on games, say if they have similar tastes to me, and I know they like it, then I know I'm gonna like it. Like
Yeah.
I was talking with Mackie about Dark Souls 3, which is another game I just picked up on sale, and I need to start at some point soon.
Oh boy.
I know he loves Dark Souls.
Yep.
And I know he knows I love Dark Souls, so I know if he says get 3, skip 2, that's exactly what I've done.
Right.
So
I don't
know
ever
how that-
remember you hearing me talk about playing Dark Souls.
You played Bloodborne? Moon?
Me,
No,
I
you don't
played.
have a PS4.
I had a PS3. I played Demon Souls,
Right.
and then I played Dark Souls 1 and got every single achievement in it because I am that kind of person.
My God.
I don't remember
full of
that
stars.
conversation ever happening.
It might not have on the show.
It didn't happen on the show because this was when Dark Souls 1 was new on the 360.
Yeah. Ah, an age ago.
Yes. Plus, I know better than to talk about Dark Souls around you
Why?
because it's not really your type of game.
I don't know what you're talking about.
He's been a loyal supporter of the Dark Souls series.
I bought every one of them.
He's also a loyal supporter of the God of War series.
Well, I don't know if any of us are that anymore. I'm still really excited for that new God of War. I really hope that's good. I will not be there day one, but I'll be there reading reviews day one.
Me too.
I'm all geared up to be angry.
Yeah. The
That looks
Donut
like
Pug
Purple.
asks, what is the most physically demanding thing you guys have ever done in a game?
In a game.
Gun Valkyrie.
Yeah.
That is an endurance test that I've never played before.
I think for me,
Rock Band.
yeah, TVGP alumnus Brad and I played the endurance run or endurance challenge or whatever it is on Rock Band 1
Yep.
and 2, I think. Those were like 6-hour sittings of just playing Rock Band. That hurt.
It would be, for me, it's either Rock Band or DDR, because I have a friend
yeah.
over in England who is a huge DDR nut. So anytime we go anywhere to the bowling alley or anything like that, there would always be DDR involved.
Be on the DDR machine, bro.
Yep.
Sorry, Governor.
And at that time, I was a larger gentleman, so it was especially straining for me.
Yeah. I think that's all I can really think
I kind
of.
of want to play Dance Central now.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. There's
Where
a
you got
good
the
one.
Kinect?
I played so much of that game.
I don't think that's
so fun.
backwards compatible,
Everyone's
is it?
chasing my poker face score.
Always chasing that poker face. Last question is from
All those cherries.
late elf. Would you be interested in the return of light gun gaming outside of VR if the tech hurdles were figured out? Think Time Crisis or House of the Dead.
100%.
That's the problem. There's only two. Like, it's either one of those two games. I don't think they can capture the arcade experience of having the foot pedal. Like, just to have, like, that setup is
That's
just
where
so...
your Rock Band setup comes in. You already have the foot pedal. There were there were a couple others, but like they weren't as big as those two. Like there was that Namco series with those two guys that looked like they were dressed up in safari outfits for the PS1, and they were like mini game collections.
Point Blank.
Point Blank. Thank you. I cannot believe somebody figured that out from two safari guys on the PS1. Yeah. But you're right, like Time Crisis and House of the Dead, like Silent Scope, Sniper Scope?
Yeah. Silent.
Scope? Never came past Dreamcast? PS2? Which is a bummer.
No, I would be interested in them, but yeah. It's not the same, like I think it was the PlayStation 2 you could do it, where if you plugged the controller in and then put it at your feet, you could hit the face buttons on the controller, and it would treat it like the pedal.
Oh, that's a cool idea.
But that's a controller on a floor where it might slip. Yeah. It's not the same as like a pedal.
No, even like the light gun itself had the recoil. Of the shells coming out. That was it's so many different sensations going, and in a loud room. Like,
yeah.
I would be interested to just have to be done right.
I think that's why it's so popular in VR is because of TV technology and because of light gun technology. We haven't had one of those since I think the last one was on PS2. I think Namco had a light gun on PS2. But ever since then, there hasn't been much of a reason.
No. But
And I don't know how you're going to make like a 20-hour light gun game.
No.
You know, like
who wants to play a 20-hour light gun game?
Yeah, for $60. Let's assume that someone would come out with a $60 light gun game. There's got to be a lot of content in there. And I'd rather hit 2 buttons in Destiny. Shoot some aliens in the face that way.
Hey, everything's getting redone these days. Just give me the full Time Crisis series on like as a $60 downloadable with the peripheral.
Great,
that
dude.
Might be
Can't wait to shoot all those scarabs.
God, that part sucked. Holy crap. Oh, man.
Give me that guy in the machine gun on the back of the jet any day.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I'd rather play, Aerosmith Revolution X than play another one of those games. Jesus.
God, that game was so bad.
And shoot my laser discs at stuff.
Yeah, that's right. You shot laser discs. That's how old that game is. Man. All right, that's all of our questions for this week. Thank you very much, everyone, for writing in. If you'd like to visit us, you can do so.
What about Operation Wolf? What a great game that was.
Operation Wolf.
All right, never mind. I'm back on board.
Yeah, all right. I could be back down. That'd be all right. If you'd like to visit us, you can do so at tvgp.tv. Email us tvgpfans@gmail.com. Tweet us at tvgp. Join the Discord server. That link and everything else on the right-hand side of the page.
And don't forget to join us for our game nights, Monday night, 10 p.m. EST on the Xbox One, Tuesdays, Destiny night. Maybe cross-platform now.
Well,
it's not cross-platform, but the clan is cross-platform.
It's not cross-play or cross-save, unfortunately.
No, I just mean that's cross-platform like we are peeps.
Oh, yeah, we're on both sides now.
You benefit the clan either
All right,
way.
stealing my thunder, Thursday Steam game night, and join us through the weekend.
This game club game for this month is Shadow Warrior, the extended week. I guess next month we'll have to pick a shorter game so we can get back on schedule. But
spoiling the random factor. Don't say pick.
Man, the random number generator will have to choose a shorter game. Wink.
Great, it's going to be Shadow Warrior 2.
Yeah, exactly. This you can watch the show live, twitch.tv/E1M1 Network, that video game podcast on YouTube. Follow us, subscribe to us, whatever on both places. That will let you know when we go live. Patreon. Patreon.com/E1M1. Become a patron and hang out with me while I edit the show and get early access to stuff, including secret upcoming stuff. Wink. Tiger-8. That's our show this week. We'll see you all next week.
Later.
Bye.
Obviously, today's title is going to be Tiger-8. But let's cover what other loser titles we have for this past week.
I literally only wrote down two other titles.
I have 3 others.
I Feel Sick and Velocity plus Mass equals ball goes far.
I have Donnie-isms, I Feel a Fever Coming On, and Chili Dippers. I just like how that sounds. Alright, it's obviously going to be Tiger-8, so let's get started in 3, 2, 1. This is That Video Game Podcast, episode 517 for September 18th, 2017. Tiger-8.
Gotta figure it out, Rome's.
Make sure you consult a doctor.
Both of you just lean into the mic every time we do titles.
Oh, yeah.
You're killing me.
What are you talking about?
Alright, we'll see you next week, everyone. Bye.
Sexy voice. Yeah, bye.
I don't understand what's going on.
So weird. Bye.
Bye.